Hey, have you seen this before?
Clark had that thing.
What do you mean?
He had it tattooed on his chest.
On his chest? We haven't seen his chest yet. Spice Girls.
Hey, Jules, you hear that, sis?
Careful, careful, careful. This is how you crash. Jeez. This is how you crash. Flashbacks.
You bought my cousin's trailer. Guy paid in cash. Right there. 7 years ago.
Good memory.
Write the description of the trailer and your cousin's name. Why didn't you tell me when I asked?
Maybe you just want to get involved.
It's because you didn't like Annie.
No, nobody liked Annie.
You're okay with what happened to her.
She was against the mine. The mine is the lifeblood of this town. People like you never understand that, Navarro. This show is all about music. Going from the Spice Girls to Johnny Cash is funny.
Don't worry, babe. I've still got a little cash left. I'll send you some more for your mother's medication.
He's sending this woman he's never met money for her mother's medication. This woman, if she is a woman, doesn't even have a mother. Never had a mother ever. Born out of the sky. The stork brought her, and she's scamming you for everything you've got. I don't care what color you paint your house. She's not coming, and you won't get a dime of that money back. What kind of a... Dude, have you never watched a movie or thought about anything in your life? I'm gonna look the fool when she turns up and she's this super hot model and she's deeply in love with him. She pays back all that money. It's probably some guy from Ennis who taking you for everything you've got because he doesn't like you.
Can't wait to see you.
Johnny Cash, more like Johnny No Cash.
All right.
Why are you sending photographs? Why? This is weird. Oh yeah, the files are missing. Left the cabinet open.
All right, well, did you get a hold of the family?
I spoke to his mom in Dublin. She hasn't seen him for 10 years.
Dublin?
Says he's dead to her.
Okay.
I didn't hear about this.
Go watch the corpsicle.
Nah, I gotta go home. Kayla will kill me.
You're not going home tonight.
He's got responsibilities outside the work. Well, take a hairdryer to the ice rink, dude.
You said you were giving Darwin a bath tonight.
Oh, well, she can explain.
Hey, Darwin.
Wait, your boss is here.
Yeah, ask her about it. She's the one who...
Whatever.
What you making?
A house.
Ooh, wow.
House for the fish?
So you taking my man again tonight?
Yep. Every night.
Leah, we gotta go. I gotta get...
Hi, Liz. Beautiful. Hey,
Wash it off.
no, it's just marker. It'll come right off.
Go get in the car.
What's the deal?
And she wants to understand her heritage.
What, so she can be a night nurse like you?
Oh, what the...
You need to leave my house.
That escalated quickly. Why are we so concerned about the markings on the face? Is it because people look down on... You don't get as many opportunities? Like, what's the deal? Hey, stop sharing underage pictures.
Lee, help me put up this stupid fucking Christmas tree. You do it. I'm in bed.
Yeah, bed. She's climbing out the window. Can't you hear her? I'd hang around for a minute just to make sure that's all good. What if she wanted to continue the Christmas tree conversation with you?
This place is crazy.
You did it.
Oh, it's temporary.
I love it.
She's trouble. That one, she's trouble. Why? Because she's an enabler. What you looking for? What you gonna find? Oh, this thing again. That's... Oh. Tragic backstory. Died in a car crash. We don't know. We don't know anything. Oh, that music was playing. Can't believe I almost missed that. Oh, ow.
You don't go into my house to steal.
He wasn't stealing.
Look at me. Look at me.
He was ordered.
Danvers doesn't own you. Blood is blood, Peter. Remember that.
You came all this way just to say that? You couldn't have done that in a phone call? You wanted to slap him.
So you fuck me with the bodies, then you come to actually fuck me.
No, you want to or not?
Oh, she did.
Do you want to say it first, or should I?
That's the last time we do this.
The last time.
Yeah.
Especially after she finds out what you did.
What are you doing with the Salal thing, Liz?
I'm just doing my job.
You're not doing your job. You're messing with me.
Why are you so hell-bent?
Well, I just don't want it to turn into a fucking disaster for no reason.
Oh, yeah? Like with Annie?
Come on. Let's run it out of Anchorage.
No.
And I swear if you don't...
What? Are you fucking threatening me?
Sounded like it. He just doesn't want he doesn't want any attention on this place at all.
Fucker.
Send it to Anchorage.
It's a $600 charge. Fairbanks ink tattoo. His tattoo is on his chest. It's a spiral.
Yeah, I remember him. Weird guy.
You remember him?
He cried a little when I finished. Sentimental, maybe.
Did he tell you what it meant, the tattoo?
That I don't remember.
It's an old Irish symbol. I could tell you about it.
And here's one showing the model for the work. Hello?
Is it on a stone? Why didn't we get to see it? The model for the work? The funny thing is, the more we see it, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I do recognize that symbol. Of course I recognize it. It's the freaking simplest thing you could ever draw. But now that I found out that he's Irish, they contacted somebody in Dublin, I'm like, what? Nobody told me about that. Maybe it's a symbol of protection. Maybe he wanted something near his heart. Maybe it's something personal to him. From a loved one. Maybe she woke up and killed them all.
He took this photo to his studio in Fairbanks. He got the same tattoo as her.
Ah, I was right. A loved one.
That's 4 days after she died. It looks like your case is my case.
What are you doing here?
You want in, or you just want to go fuck yourself?
Are they going to get up out of this ice block and start dancing?
Liz make you stay and watch them in case they wake up?
Don't.
They might wake up.
You don't want that shit in your head.
You know, my dad and Liz used to dance to this all the time.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yeah. My dad was like a stoner.
Well, there's her dad.
They used to love to dance together.
You know Hank was a musician?
Let's see a flashback to that.
Well, was he any good?
I don't know. I've actually never heard him play.
I'm so worried about them falling out. This guy's gonna brush his teeth in the bath. Hey, you here? Everybody's sneaking up on everybody.
And now she wants me on the case. I had no idea about the Clark thing. I mean, they kept it a secret.
Why?
It's not the right question.
Oh, nobody's asking the right question this episode.
That's what Danvers would say.
Yeah.
Yes, where do you keep a trailer at a fucking secret? The Nook.
Yeah, the Nook. Meanwhile, the Nook. She's gonna start breaking into all sorts of trailers. Look for the abandoned one. Yeah, that one. Did you see that? Cold, dark, her eyes. Oh, Jesus, that's a pause. Her eyes, her face, dark. The music playing at the moment reminds me of Dark. Oh God, never sleep. Oh, Jesus. She's a Freddy Krueger, eyes in the dark monster. Yeah, her eyes cold, her fingers cold. This is just the creepiest thing ever. I love all the little eyes. Feel her moving outside? Uh-oh. Let's continue. Let's not watch it anymore. I'm so fascinated. Don't answer that. Nothing's more interesting than right now.
You have to see this.
You have to see this. Oh.
How'd you find this place?
My spirit animal showed me in a dream.
Why are you messing about?
That's her phone. I checked.
Oh, there's a symbol.
Holy fuck.
I want to read all that stuff.
Danvers.
Chief.
You gotta see this.
We have a problem.
You've got a problem. We've got a problem. Hey, do you hear noises? These bodies, these melting bodies, better not be making noises.
Hey.
Good, it's silent. Nothing to worry about.
It's only 6 of them. See?
You could have said that over the phone.
Clark's not here.
Maybe you got separated.
No. He's alive.
Well, we got somebody alive.
He's out there.
Okay, so let's get a few things straight. In my head, in your head, in everybody's heads. The guy who is missing is the Irish guy, right? He was in some sort of relationship with the woman who died years ago. That's why the cases are connected. She had the symbol on her back, and after she died, he put it on his chest. That symbol has also appeared on the forehead of one of the people in the ice. And, from what I just read online, it was also in season 1 of the show. You do your own digging at your own peril on that. There are some season 1 links to this season. So yeah, that guy is missing, presumably still alive. But we don't know anything other than that. He could be dead elsewhere. He could be. That hadn't fully thought out. That black device. He could be hidden in the corner somehow. We need to get some thermal imaging scanners on that black device. She was being called from place to place. She discovered that really creepy notebook. I'm not sure whose it was. It might have been Clark's. And then she was called to the RV, and then she was called to the ice rink. But the case does seem to be focusing more around that one guy in episode 2 so far. We were introduced to the captain, played by Christopher Eccleston. I don't trust him because he seems old school. Like an old school cop that'll do things to brush things away or push things aside, or and I don't know if he had anything to do with Annie's death. But I wouldn't be surprised if he did, if he was the one, or if he made it go away, or involved in some way. There's a lot of backstory and flashbacks and hints, and I don't know if the show rewards you for really paying attention, or confuses you if you're not willing to pause and think and write down names and cross-link and all that stuff. I feel like I'm just barely keeping up with at the surface level of what they're telling me, rather than like I wouldn't have remembered any of the links. Like that symbol was in season 1 of the show. I would not have remembered that. But maybe I was like, hey, maybe I do recognize that symbol. Maybe part of my brain was. Keeping up with the relationships in town. Who likes who knows who, why people hate each other, whose daughter is doing it with whose other daughter or son, how people may be related in the past. I don't, it's hard to, I barely have a grasp on that. But there seems to be 2 shows. One is the core mystery of what happened to these scientists, What do they know? What do they see? What were they investigating? What the hell's about to happen? Is there any supernatural stuff going on? Is it just one deranged killer? And there's also, like a side plot to that, all the relationships between the people of this smallish town, this mining town. And you can take both almost apart. I know they're connected a little bit, but the stories are quite separate. You know, we go from one scene dealing with, hey, her daughter has put the marks on her chin, which has nothing to do with, that we know of, any of the ritualistic, creepy ice murders, you know. Before I read that there were links to the first season, I would have said that this show was written almost as its own thing and then just kind of adopted the True Detective role. You know? Like it was originally something called Night Country, and then they decided, hey, let's just... we have this cool thing, but nobody's going to watch it, so let's just slap True Detective on it. We'll get everybody on board. We'll film it. Yeah, okay, that sounds good. It's a good enough story. We can link it up. Hey, maybe they did. It's keeping me... I like the mystery element. I like that one of them made noise in the snow, but now the more I think about it and the more they did not speak about that afterwards, the more I'm thinking it was just a trapped pocket of air coming out. But it was so creepy. He was kind of gurgling too, wasn't he? Like water. That's so scary though. I love the visual of it though. Every time we cut to it, it's just so fascinating to look at. But of course the true focus of the show is about, will that guy get his toothbrush back? I'm rooting for him. And poor Hank, he's getting all his money taken. Because he's a sucker. But then he took it out on his son in this episode. Smack. We don't steal files around here. They're official police documents. It's not like he stole a toothbrush or something personal. But then again, maybe it is personal. Maybe there's something going on with Hank in the past that we don't know about. Seemed very protective of it. Maybe he just doesn't like his son going behind his back. And I didn't understand that in the first episode either. Why not just be above board and say, look, she sent me to get the files. Do you know where they are? We can look. You said they aren't here, but maybe they are. Let's have a look. Oh, there they are. Can I take them? That's the way the conversation should have gone. But for some reason that didn't go that way. He was keeping them, I don't know, for some reason. So yeah, I don't trust him a little bit. I don't trust Christopher Eccleston a lot. Because he's in that role. That role that often turns out to be a dirty cop role. You know, has a bit of a relationship with the main character, and then turns out to be betray that trust because of shady dealings in their past. He wants all this current stuff. He wants to push it aside. He seems like, why is he so angry about it? Threatening her almost. Like, so what if she keeps it? You know, what's it to you? Exactly, what is it to him? We got some dogs. Something's going to happen with these dogs at some point. We got people seeing ghosts. We got people judging people. We got people who may or may not have mental difficulties. I'll decide it on a case-by-case basis. Depending on what they think they've seen and where they think they've seen it. That's all. So yeah, part 2. Oh, I like the music in this episode too. Fun, diverse range of music. I liked it better than the first episode. Also, we heard that Beatles song again in her flashback. And I assume that's her child that we saw in the flashback. And that child is dead. I could be misinterpreting all that stuff as well. But she was also in a relationship with the father of the girl she's taking care of now at some other point, who is also now dead. So I'm not going to say it's unnecessarily complicated, all the interpersonal stuff, but it is complicated for me to keep track of. And I don't want to read too much about it, because if I read too much, then I'll know everything, and I don't want to know everything. I like a bit of mystery. Right, anyway, beware of symbols. Don't go on the ice. Don't take off your clothes when you're on the ice. And if you're in a car and I tell you this is how you get yourself killed, pay attention. Don't mess with your phone. Don't mess with random objects you find. Cool flashback though, in that car. I think she's seeing real things. Everybody in this town thinks that seeing ghosts of the people who died is a normal aspect of the place. And there's conspiracy theories about this being a nexus point. And maybe it is. Or maybe it's all just hokum and superstition. I wasn't expecting Ireland, my home city of Dublin, to come into the show. But he's the main suspect. He could be here right now, hiding out with his symbol. Maybe I see it all the time. Yeah. Frickin' Clark. I do think Clark was that guy who was doing that and said that she's awake. I think he was that guy. But yeah, the creepy with the eyes stuff, that's what I love most about this episode. Alright, that teacher, the one that she has a history with, his diagram was about the Earth and the different layers of the Earth. Because he's a geologist, don't dig too deeply. I just went back to check what on earth all that was about. Right, I will see you next time for part 3. And yeah, have a great week until then.